My name is Andrea, and welcome to my vlog. I just woke up not too long ago. It's Saturday, and it is 8 days away from the Noble Looks Debutante Award ceremony. Now, Noble Looks Debutante is my nonprofit. It is something I started about 2 years ago, but the fruits started to show about a year ago or last fall. This has been a long time prayer of mine, and so to believe that this very first ceremony is about to happen, the first season ended with the girls who showed up. It is a nonprofit for teen girls specifically, and they showed up. They showed up to the workshops. They showed up to the mentorship sessions. I like to call them influencer sessions, influencer live sessions, but it's mentorship. They showed up to the etiquette classes. They showed up to the community service. It was about 6 months, and now this is the last week leading up to the award ceremony where we get to recognize them, crown them, and whatnot. So it's called Noble Looks Debutante. Truth be told, it's not your formal debutante that most people are used to. This is just a personal development program, a faith based personal development program. It has been a passion project of mine, being somebody who could have used a program like this when I was younger. So that's what this vlog or the beginning of this vlog is going to be about. It is going to be maybe a 3 or 4 part vlog leading up to the actual event, and I'm going to take you all with me. Now, today I'm going to go to church and do a few other things, but what I'm going to do now is start my morning off with journaling. What I like to do when I journal, I I have this is my Bible, like New International Version. I use I use two Bibles. I use New International Version. It does not have a cover, no. And yes, it does what it needs to do. People like more aesthetic Bibles. It's literally, I don't know. I just use it because a lot of times I like to go back and forth between NIV and King James Version. And even then, sometimes I like to go a little bit further than King James, and I use my Blue Letter Bible apps, so or the dictionary. And so that's what I'm going to get ready to do now. I like to just journal, read some scripture, let God pour into me at the start of the day, and then go through the day and see how He shows up. I love seeing the hand of God. So, again, welcome, and I hope you stick around to just be with me on this. I'm not going to say anxiety filled, I'm not going to say any negative words because, truth be told, yes, it is a little overwhelming, it is a little hectic having planned a program of this magnitude and then to have like an event ceremony. I'm not like so much of an event planner, but I do like to host. And so I'm not completely clueless, but it is exciting. We're going to use exciting, anticipatory. We're going to use other words. It's not easy, but I'm going to push through. I'm pushing through every step of this because determination is the key to your destiny. Okay, your determination determines your destiny. That is, I don't know if it's a quote, maybe it's my quote, maybe it's my own quote. Your determination determines your destiny. That's something I've been settled with. I've been reading in Ruth, and in reading in Ruth, Ruth was determined. She was determined to follow God. If you are a Christian, you know some of the most popular verses where she says, like, where you go, I'm gonna go. Your God's gonna be my God. Where she was just determined. Like, her mom-in-law was really trying to convince her, urge her to do otherwise. Not otherwise, not just otherwise. Her mom-in-law was really trying to convince her to go back to her old ways. Try to convince her to go back to where she came from. Try to convince her to go back to her old God. She even said, go back to your gods, okay? And I think it's even at that part where Ruth was like, quit it. Just quit the stuff. Your God's going to be my God. Okay. And that part of Ruth has really inspired me the last couple of years because of a lot of reasons, actually. Like, what did Ruth see in her mom in law to want to stick with her? Like, they all lost their husbands, so they're all grieving at this point, right? But what did Ruth see in her mom in law to be like, yeah, I'm not going back to my old ways. I'm rocking with you. Like, what kind of a person must Naomi have been? And can I be that person, right? Um, And so I know the kind of person I do want to be, and I do want to be able to encourage other people to leave their old ways and follow God and just become a better person. This is the reason why I started this nonprofit program for young girls, because when I look back to my teenage years, I know what path I was getting ready to go on, and I thank God. I thank God for just all of the things that he put in my life that caused me to be on the path I'm on now. And I'm still on this path. I just want that every single thing that I do to show my determination to stay on this path and to walk the walk that God wants for me. Doing this program, I've came across so many obstacles, hurdles, and whatnot. But that was the first thing I've done to see, like, I'm not gonna say the first thing, couple things actually, that has shown me when you're determined, God will take you through to see it to the end. You're right. Because I've been able to bring this program all the way through its first year and see the fruits of that, I am even more inspired to see what other areas of my life that I can apply that same determination to. And what that fruit can look like. What does that fruit taste like? Because the fruit I'm tasting right now is pretty good. Other fruit I've tasted, I'm a hair braider, and that was a faith step as well. I've been a hair braider for 10 years now, and that has been my main way of providing. So that fruit tastes good too. So I'm trying to figure out what other fruit can I get out of determination. Anyway, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to journal and I finished journaling, reading my Bible, and being filled this morning. And then I went to get our clothes ready. I have a son, he's 12. And I got us some breakfast. I had to do his hair real quick. He has locks. And I looked at the time. I need to work a 30-minute, 45-minute tops miracle. So I'm going to just quickly do my hair. I am going to do a quick something on my face and I'm going to get going. And the reason why I'm still going to just rush, even though I'm behind, naturally, I would stay home. Church could be made available on YouTube live, but I am determined to make it to church because one of the things that I really want to work on this year is my community. I want to work on being present in my community. I'm really introverted, so that is very difficult for me, but I'm determined to get it done. So I'm gonna quickly get myself together and I'll go to church. So, okay, so I am almost out of the apartment and I am very much late, but if I can just get out that front door in the next 5 minutes, this is okay late. And I am really trying to make it into that church building today. I want to get more out there. I want to put myself to be seen. I want community. There's so many benefits to having community. And so this is just my way of just showing up for myself in the things that I say that I want and being determined in that. So I'm making it out and we are going to worship today. Okay, so church just ended. I'm still in the parking lot waiting on my son. He's just catching up with a few of his friends. And church was amazing. We did come into church a little late and but we did catch the sermon. I was feeling the word, but when you set your mind on something, it feels like that's when the enemy tries. And I say that because today I was talking about how I just wanted to be around community. Like one of the things that I'm trying to be determined in is having a community. That's the reason why I decided to come to church, even though I was a little bit late, even though I would have rathered stay home. it's kind of going to be a rainy day today. Like, I would have rather stayed home with my son and watched church online, but ended up pushing through and coming to church for community. Well, guess what happened? Guess what happened? I'm so annoyed. So I have two root canals on the bottom of my teeth. Root canal here, root canal here, crown, and a crown. Pulled out some gum, gave my son some gum, chewing on my gum, and I felt a, an object in my mouth. You know, I got braces. I was hoping to God that it would be my bracket. My crown came out. My crown came out. And you know what that made me want to do? Like, I went to the bathroom to see what it was. I wasn't going to spit it out right there in the pew, in the church pew. So I went to the bathroom to figure out, oh, Jesus. Like, I probably got that done in like maybe, I think 2016. So this is like a 10-year-old crown. I am just like over it. I was so sad. I was so sad in the bathroom. I wanted to just go get my son and leave. But then I remembered the purpose of today's vlog, which is determination, because I'm reading out of Ruth right now in my devotional time. And Ruth was determined, at least in the NIV version. I got to go back and check to see what the King James version says in Ruth. But when her mother-in-law saw that Ruth was determined, she stopped urging her to go back to her past. She stopped urging her to go back to her old ways. She stopped urging her to go back to her former gods, you know? And I have been really trying to apply that in my life. Like, where in my life am I determined? And one of those things I said before is to have community, because I'm heavily introverted. Like, yes, we have introverts and extroverts. And my real introverts will know, like, our level of introversion is not okay. You know? And so my determination today was to have some community, but when that happened, I wanted to leave. And I wanted to just quit the vlog. Like, yeah, never mind. But I've been feeling such a tug from the Lord to really document this journey. I've prayed for years for this debutante. Now we're finally leading up to it. And I'm going to document this journey, document that I'm here. Like, these are answered prayers. And so I am determined to finish this vlog. I am determined to get out my comfort zone and embrace community. So instead of just getting my son to leave and go home and mope on the fact that the insurance I had, the insurance I had when I got the crowns in is not the insurance I have now. I had military insurance at that time because my ex-husband was in the military. And so I had military insurance. Like, I had the best doctors. Like, that was some good work. It looked like my teeth. You know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Anyway, so instead of moping on the fact that my tooth, my crown quite literally just fell out of my mouth, I decided that I'm going to stay through the service. I definitely fought back a lot of tears. The pastor, he was preaching a word. And I did come to the altar for the altar call, responding to wanting God to do something extraordinary in my life. What I decided to do before I came to this car, I decided that I will speak to. Oh, wait, look at my son, y'all. He's coming. All right, he's about to come into the car. So I decided to just stay. And I made it my business to speak to at least 3 people on my way out, because I did say that I wanted community, which is the reason why I pushed past being late and coming to church anyway. So I was going to push past this and decided to speak to 3 different people on my way out, and that I did. And the last person that I did speak to, she actually congratulated me on the award ceremony. She will be there. She was one of the mentors during this first debutante season. She just couldn't believe that this was just a conversation and I seen it all the way through. And so that was just a little bit more of the encouragement and the motivation I needed to document this to document this journey, to document these last 8 days until the official Noble Looks Awards ceremony. Anyhow, so we are about to go home. I am going to either stop by and get some food on the way home or see what we have at home. I should see what we have at home. I will probably go on a walk afterwards if it doesn't rain yet. It looks like it's getting ready to rain, but if not, I'll just catch you all soon or tonight before bed. So I did not get anything to eat. I went to the store so that I can try to patch it up until I can get a dentist, orthodontist to come look at it and see what we're gonna have to do moving forward. I thought that I wanted some food, but then I Googled and Google said that I want to avoid infecting the area. So I ended up just going to the store and getting this Dentec advanced repair kit so that I can cover up that area where my crown was. And I'm laughing because I said where my crown was. And this whole like debutante season and preparing for the event is centered on like being crowned. Like there's going to be a portion of the ceremony where the girls are going to be crowned. Why did mine have to fall off? Like, come on. Anyway, I guess I'll have to go, be recrowned. Whatever. I'm gonna just try to see if I can fix this up. I'm in my bathroom right now. I'm gonna wash my hands and try to fix it up. I have the crown that came out in a Ziploc bag. I won't show it because some people are icky about that. I'm kind of icky about it too, but I need to figure something out because I'm going out later. I'm going to a live podcast with the girlies. And y'all see that actually, not the next vlog, maybe 1 or 2 vlogs, but definitely not this one. And so I'm gonna just wash my hands and try to figure this situation out. Today just, of course, would have been the perfect day for something like this to happen. Day one that I decide, yeah, let me go ahead and start putting myself out there and maybe content create. And then boom, teeth out of mouth. Or tooth out of mouth. I'm not going to speak teeth. Tooth out of mouth. It actually very much fits perfectly fine. Rinse the tooth inside the crown. Place the crown cap or inlay on the tooth and bite down. I think I just use it like cut and paste. I'm not going to be annoyed actually. I'm not going to be annoyed. Oh, hold on. I think I'm supposed to put it on my tooth. This is just not working. Oh, pull it. This isn't working out. It's not working out at all. A part of me feels like I can just attach the tooth and leave it there and hope not to ever swallow it in my sleep. I hate this so much. I used a smaller piece. Ow! It is what it is. So yeah, I was able to place the crown back in. I'm gonna just kind of leave that there. I'm biting down on it. And I'm just be careful with the foods that I eat until I'm able to go to an orthodontist and get that checked out. But of all days for this to have happened, of course today, right? Of course the day that I wake up and I decide, you know what, I'm gonna finally decide to vlog this experience. It is 8 days away from the Noble Looks Awards ceremony. This is the first, I'm not gonna say the first time, one of the very few times that I have decided that I wanted to do something and I followed all the way through with it. When it comes to like following God, some people just kind of do it for the aesthetics, but when you are really walking with God, it's not pretty. It is not pretty. It can look like days like today. And I say that because I feel that God has been calling me for a while to really document this journey. But being the introvert that I am, somebody who just kind of wants to stay behind the scenes, that was a big ask. But today I decided, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to respond to that call. And then I go to church and my crown falls out my mouth. It didn't fall out, but naturally I would have just been like, you know what, it's a sign, I'm not doing it. And I've done that many times before with other things that I set my mind to, but as soon as like opposition comes, soon as trouble or hardship comes, I stop, you know. But no, you said that you were going to vlog counting down the days to the ceremony. We are going to vlog counting down the days to the ceremony. You said you were going to go on a walk today. We're going to go on that walk, right? And so as I just sit and reflect about how today went, it's making me think about how life has been for a while now, where I might start a passion project and I don't finish it. I love to DIY, and I do that with my DIY projects pretty often. But reflecting God, walking with God, God is not a God who will start and not finish. God is not that kind of a God, not one bit. And we see that with creation. Everything that he created, it was nice, it was well. Or we see it with the work that Jesus Christ did on the cross. Like, it is finished. Like, he will walk that walk into completion. And this is what I'm trying to do, or this is what I'm going to do with this first season of a personal development program for teen girls. I am going to see it into completion. The reason why I started this program to begin with is because I didn't really have the good old mentorship I needed in my teenage years. I didn't have anyone who was adamant about walking that walk with me. I didn't have anybody who can lead the way and be invested in leading the way. Because I'm not going to say I didn't have those opportunities. The opportunities were there. But when you are already dealing with childhood traumas and dealing with very young boyfriend relationships and stuff, the way I was, you are distracted. You feel like this is your whole world, like this relationship's your whole world, or what has happened to me is just the whole world, and you cannot see beyond that. And so I just wanted to be present with these girls, not just offer one-time standalone events for them, but to walk alongside them. And so yes, this is the first season. I'm inviting the girls to come again next year. I'm inviting new girls to come again next year, because as I am continuing in my walk, even now in my 30s, I would love to be able to take all I've learned so far and be able to give that to the next generation as they are walking and as they are learning about themselves, about their bodies, about their emotions, as they are learning and walking and healing, as they are just seeing what it means to work on yourself, to love on yourself, seeing what it means to follow God, seeing what God believes and knows and thinks of them. Like, all of these things is what this program has been designed to do. All of these things I feel I needed, and so all of these things I orchestrated and made available for other girls in case they needed to. And so to be able to have that kind of passion, There was so much opposition that came my way. There was so much opposition that came my way, and it would have been enough to cause a lot of people to decide, nah, I'm not doing this, at least not now, or I ain't doing this ever again. I've said that. I've said I'm not doing this again, but to have that real passion behind it, that determination, really, this is the fruit of it. Like being able to see in 8 days from now that we're going to have this ceremony, I'm going to finally crown these girls and see that this first season has come to fruition. That is the fruit of that determination of still going when opposition came. Pushing past all the obstacles, all the no's, all the doubt, all of the things, pushing past all of that. This is the fruit of it, being able to have this ceremony that's in 8 days from now. And so that's what I wanted this vlog to be about. I wanted it to be about determination. I wanted it to be about community, which is why I went to church and decided even after the little mishap happened to stick around and still talk to God's children, and that I did. And yeah, so I do want to put that back on you and have you just think about where in your life are you lacking determination, or where in your life do you have determination and what that fruit looked like. Again, this is one area of my life where I'm able to see it all the way through, and I'm kind of liking the taste of this fruit. So it has me in a place where I'm just like, how many more fruits I can get out of life? Like how many more fruit trees can I plant? By the time, right? As I reflect, I do want you to just leave this vlog in reflection as well. I'm getting ready to go out. I'm going to get ready for that. You'll see that in a vlog or two from now. And I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. Make sure that you like and subscribe and turn on the notifications. I would love it for you to not miss out on the next vlog and not miss out on this entire documented journey leading up to the Noble Class Awards ceremony slash show, because there will be some of the debutantes performing their talents. Anyhow, you all, deuces.